My name is Omolola. I would like to touch on injustice in America. Before I go ahead, I just want to pay my respect to the family of George Floyd. I pray that the God of justice will uphold you, will keep you. It is sad that in 2020 we still have to deal with injustice of such magnitude as we saw. And as I say to people, it's not that it has increased. No, it's just that people are now showing it more. People are now recording and showing it to others. People are now more sensitive to the fact that abuse is going on. I'm surprised that many are shocked that protests erupted here and there and some escalated into riots. What do you expect? Years of injustice, years of inequality, years of differential treatment. Human beings can only take so much before they snap. Human beings can only take so much. I've seen a lot of injustice in the US. Oftentimes, the one we talk about is how police shoves you or how this is that. But it's more systemic than that. More systemic. One is racial zoning. We live in Fort Lee, but we're zoned as Inglewood. Why? To destroy the investment. It's a clear message: get out of white neighborhood. My husband chose not to leave. Guess what? For one duplex, we're billed two taxes. Two. He paid the taxes for years. After he was killed while in Nigeria, I struggled to pay the two taxes for a while just to stabilize before I start fighting it. Guess what? Recently, the tenant stopped paying. The tenant works with UN Women. She stopped paying. And I challenged her and she said to me, the property is now under new management. Really? Probably they sent it to sheriff's sale. Or probably they sent it to the sheriff for a sale. And guess what? A home for which we were charged two taxes, you would expect them to sell the two units separately. No, they sold the two units to a Caucasian. I'm guessing. That's just one. When I came into America in 2005, Africans were tested, were used for testing. How did I discover? We were told to do TB tests, but we were not given our x ray results. Down the line, I discovered when they exempted Caucasians from the so called VIP clinic, I discovered that my x ray did not reveal any TB. For people who are from my country, if you were born around the 70s, you're likely to have been inoculated and you have the mark on your forearm. Rather than check this mark, they insisted that we should all go through the skin test. If you have the antigen or whatever they call it in your body, your test will almost always turn out positive. So they're supposed to do an x ray. They did it. It didn't show TB, but they needed to test a drug on us. Guess what? Almost all the women that were drugged ended up with fibroids, for which we had to do surgery later in life. Injustice. In the American school system, a black kid is not doing well, they drug the black kid. A white kid is not doing well, social welfare officer, psychologists who are paid so well to pamper them and love them and help them through the problem. Why the differential treatment? In America, parental rights is taken from a number of blacks or African Americans. I've seen fully, I've seen directly how NGOs manipulate information to ensure they keep getting funding, to ensure that parental rights are not restored. In America, still in America, widows are rendered homeless. I was a victim. I already had my letter of administration. They admitted a case from in-laws who connived with Caucasians. Still, I stayed in the case. They refused to give me a lawyer, knowing that I couldn't afford one. When they saw I was winning the case with facts, the judge himself, Judge Toscos, compelled me to settle. He was the mediator. How can a judge overseeing a case be mediator in his own case? And during mediation, when he was trying to force me to accept my brother-in-law as a co-administrator, I said to him, this was why he forged documents. And he said to me, Judge Tosco said to me, if I'm in his shoes, I would have done the same thing. I traveled, I came back, I was locked out from one of our properties. A successor locked out by an administrator injected into the case. Locked out. And guess what? Every pin I had in the home, furniture, certificates, food, jewelries, everything impounded. Till date, it's been over a year. How much can one person take? And you're still asking why people are protesting? You think only one person has a monopoly of madness? No. People have stomached injustice for so long. Unfortunately, the black man, oftentimes because he is angry, he cannot itemize issues. So he responds with a punch. We need to have that conversation, and the time is now. The God of justice has served justice. And that is what people like Martin Luther King paid for. We cannot afford in 2020 to dehumanize people, to ignore humans when they're shouting that they have been defrauded. I've been making noise for the last 4 years concerning those who stole our property, concerning the bank, concerning so many issues. And I've just been completely ignored. I have so many things to share, so many things to say. But for now, I'll hang it here. My prayer for America is that the country will not be burned down by those who are aggrieved, that the government will find a reason to see humans as humans, to call people to the table of justice and serve justice to all those who have been abused, dehumanized, disinherited, disenfranchised. I pray that it is soon. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you.